Hello, and welcome to a video all about me. That's so cheesy. But anyways, thank you for coming by and checking out my channel. My name is Erin, and this is me making a statement instead. You may be wondering, like, what is making a statement instead? What does that stand for? I'm gonna tell you today. This really is a video all about me. Anyways, I had to write everything down because it's confusing, so I'm going to be referring to this planner, which I know is very adorable, but I'm going to be referring to this Erin teacher planner. That gives you a hint about who I am, to look at some notes so that I don't get lost, because I tend to do that sometimes. Sorry. Anyways, before we get started, I just wanted to say, hey, my name is Erin. I am the creator of Making a Statement Instead. It is also an Instagram, which I will drop below for you, so feel free to check that out. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so this is going to be 10 little facts about me. Let's start with number 1. I'm obviously a teacher, and I'm about to start my 7th year. Holy cow. But did you know that in my first year of teaching, I was an elementary school teacher? I taught 3rd through 5th grade, and that's where I was supposed to be. Never thought that I would wind up in high school, but now, 5 years later, I'm gonna be going into my 6th year, I'm still here in high school. And I love it. I love the big kids. I love the conversations that we can have and all that sort of stuff. So, totally outside my comfort zone, but I love it. Number 2. I teach in the very same town that I grew up in and went to high school. I actually went to the high school that I teach at now, but only for 1 year. And we'll get to that a little bit more later. Number 3. This is 3 in sign language, by the way. I don't like cake. Most cakes. I do have a soft spot for cheesecake. But the rest of the cake, not for me. Not a fan. Cupcakes, nope. Cake pops, nope. Not a big fan of cake. I do, however, love brownies, and most of my birthdays were filled with brownies and ice cream. Are you a fan of cake? Well, let me know down below. What kind of cake do you like? Maybe I should try it, see if I'm a fan of it. I don't know. But just so y'all know, don't like cake. Number 4. I discovered my fear of heights at the top of a Ferris wheel when I was about 12 years old. Fun story. Let me tell you. Okay, here's the story. So I was 12 years old. I went to the fair where I live, the county fair, and I thought it would be really fun to go on the Ferris wheel, and I got to the top and I freaked out, and I started crying, and my sister started crying, and our poor friend that we were with at the time just sat in between us while we both had a meltdown. My sister only became scared because I was scared. Yeah, that went over really well. I have since faced that fear multiple times. Like, I love roller coasters. I haven't been since I gave birth, and I hear that pregnancy and stuff can kind of change how roller coasters go, so may have to try them out and see how it goes. But yeah, I don't really have that fear anymore, but it was a big one for a while. Number 5. I didn't know that I wanted to be a teacher until my sophomore year of college. I actually went to college and studied psychology. I thought that I wanted to be a social worker, work with kids in the foster system, adoption, things like that. But I found that it was a little too close to home for me. I do have a brother and now a second brother that are both adopted, and it just was a little bit too hard, so too difficult. So I actually had a mentor teacher that told me that I should go into teaching. I looked into it, and it is definitely where I was meant to be. At least that's what I think. Number 6. My peer counseling class is probably within the top 5 best decisions that I've ever made in my life. So I teach a class that is called Peer Resources at my school, and I basically train students to be peer counselors. So we work a lot on internal stuff, dealing with their own, difficulties and how to problem solve in the moment, what is healthy ways to cope with things, things like that. And then I start the process of training them to be active listeners for students on campus. They are not allowed to give advice, but they do have to listen. So this honestly was the happy marriage between my love for psychology and my love for teaching just coming together, and I love it. I love it. It's so much fun. I get to work with incredible students every single day doing it. So top 5 best decisions that I've made in my life, for sure. Number 7. Did you see that go up for a second? Number 7. My husband is my high school sweetheart. I'll put a picture here. We got together my senior year of high school. We were really good friends for a long time before that. He's just really good at making me laugh and smile, and we have a really good time together. So yeah, we've been together. It will be 11 years. Holy cow. You can figure out how old I am now, but it will be 11 years this October. Sounds weird. Oh my goodness. We also have a beagle named Kyla. Show her too. And we have an almost 1-year-old named Cole. He's so cute. Not biased, he really is adorable, right? Also, do you like this wind in the hair look? I have a fan on because this room, we live on a hill, and this room faces downhill, which means the house next to us is beneath us. So the sun, when it's setting, beats on this house the whole afternoon. On this side of the house, I mean. So it's really warm in here. Hence, wind and hair look. It's not just for the camera. It's so that I don't die of heat. I don't think I would die, but overheat. I don't want to overheat. Number 8. What? Number 8. A few years ago, in 2016, I went on the game show The Price is Right. I don't know how I made that face, but hopefully it's similar. Anyways, funny story. Before going on the show, I told my husband that I wanted to go on a trip to Greece. I really wanted to go to Greece and Italy. Those were like top 2 travel destinations. Wanted to go there. So I was like, next summer we're going no matter what. Like we're gonna make it happen. It's just gonna happen, right? So I go on the show, The Price is Right. I don't know I'm going on ahead of time. I go to the show and I got called to come on down, and I was really excited and woo, okay. So I ended up winning my showcase. Yeah, I went to the end, spun the wheel, got to the showcase, and I ended up winning a Mediterranean trip. So we went to Greece and Italy because of The Price is Right. Thank you, Price is Right, which was so exciting. It was an amazing experience, and I hope to take Cole one day because it was really just a lot of fun. I also won a car, and so yeah, it was a lot in taxes that year and the following year, but it was amazing. Seriously, just go be in the audience. It was so much fun. Number 9, I have APD, which stands for Auditory Processing Disorder. This does not mean that I'm deaf or hard of hearing. What it means is that my brain has a hard time computing information that is said verbally auditorily. So sometimes I will hear things incorrectly, sometimes I won't hear it at all if there's other factors that are distracting me at the time. But it hasn't affected my teaching so much. Sometimes I do have to have students repeat things, but it definitely is what has led me to special education. I knew for a long time that school was not as easy for me as it was for my friends, my family, other people that I just knew, my classmates. So, I had to battle having a learning disability and work my way around that, and it really has inspired me to do the same for my students. Number 10. I used to be a swim coach, and I swam and played water polo all throughout high school. Actually, starting in 8th grade, I started water polo, and I started swimming. Well, funny story. In preschool, I was not so good at nap time, so my mom would pick me up and take me to swim practice. swim lessons, because my teacher would put me under a chair with a blanket over it and I still would talk to people. So just wasn't much of a napper. So that got me into swimming, and I sure am glad that it did, because it's a big part of my life. I'm even sporting a little bit of a sunburn right now. Actually, that looks pretty tan on camera. Ignore this. I don't even know how I did that. But, oh, there we go. You can see it a little bit more. I'm pretty burnt right now. Oops. Reapply sunscreen, kids. But anyways, so that is my 10th and final fact. That's all I have written down. So I hope that you found this interesting. If you did, let me know. If you have things in common with me, comment them down below, because I want to get to know you all, and I just am so appreciative that you all are here and checking this out and watching this video, because this whole thing is new to me and like confusing, and I don't even know what I'm doing, but I am trying my hardest to take what's up here, what happens in my daily life, and bring it to you all in a way that allows you to see it better. So again, feel free to continue to watch these videos. I'll link a couple other ones that I've done down below, and also check out my Instagram for more day-to-day stuff there. And yeah, thanks again for watching. You all are just amazing. I don't even know you all yet, but I hope to get to know you better. And so once again, just thanks again for watching, and subscribe, hit the bells, like for more videos. All right, bye.